Hello friends, in this lecture we start chapter that is exponents. Okay, so first of all I will give you the laws of exponent and then we'll see questions based on those laws. So here is the very first law that is known as product law. Okay, product law says if x raised to m multiplied by x raised to n, then it is equal to x raised to m plus n. Okay, this is the product law. Now in general this law can be extended. Suppose we have x raised to a1 into x raised to a2 into x raised to a3 into x raised to up to x raised to an. That means with the same base so many powers are there, so we can add all those powers, x raised to a1 plus a2 plus a3 up to plus an. This is the generalized form of the product law. Now second law is quotient law. Second law is the quotient law. This says x raised to m divided by x raised to n is equal to x raised to m minus n. There isn't any generalized form of this law. Okay, now third law is power law. This says x raised to m raised to n is equal to x raised to m multiplied by n. That means if there is a power and again there is a power, then we'll multiply the powers or the exponents. Now in general here I can write, in general if I have x raised to a1, okay, raised to a2 raised to a3 raised to a4 and up to an, then it can be written as x raised to a1 into a2 into a3 into a4 up to an. Okay, actually I should write like this, an. Okay, that means power to power, then it will be x raised to a1 into a2 into a4 up to n. That means simply we can say we have to multiply all the powers. So these are the basic three laws. Now there are some results, or I can say there is one more law. If I have x into y raised to a, that is x raised to, okay, take the power in the form of mn only, x raised to m into y raised to m. Now if I have x upon y raised to m, then this is x raised to m upon y raised to m. So these are 5 basic laws. Now there are some results which we get using these laws only. So first note it down, then we'll see those results and start problems based on these concepts. Okay, after these laws we'll write some results, some useful results. Next, some useful results. In this first one, x raised to 0 is equal to 1. Okay, then next is x raised to minus m is equal to 1 upon x raised to m, or if I have x raised to m, then it is equal to 1 upon x raised to minus m. That means if you take the quantity in the numerator from the denominator, or if I take the quantity from numerator into denominator, I have to change the sign of the exponent. Okay, then x upon y raised to minus m is equal to y upon x raised to m. Okay, this is the same only. Here it was only I can say there is 1 in the denominator. Here x and y are in the numerator and denominator. Next, if x raised to m is equal to y raised to m, then x is equal to y. This is very important result. So many questions you will find on this particular formula. Here it is, if two quantities are equal with same exponent, it means bases must be equal. Now next is, if x raised to m is equal to x raised to n, then m is equal to n. This is almost similar. Here two quantities are same with the same base, therefore their powers must be equal. Okay. After this, now 6, you should understand that root x means power 1 by 2. Okay, x root means power 1 by 2. Then 7th, suppose we have something like this, x raised to n. Okay, this is read as, okay, this is first of equal to x raised to 1 upon n. So this quantity read as nth root of x. Okay, this is read as nth root of x, means x raised to 1 upon n. Okay, so that is all. If if there is any extra formula while solving the problems, then we'll add those results over here only. So note it down, then we'll start problems based on these concepts. Okay, so let us start questions based on these formulas. Okay, so very first question is simplify. Question is simplify the following. Simplify the following. In this first one, 81 upon 16 raised to minus 3 by 4 multiplied by 25 upon 9 raised to minus 3 by 2 divide by 5 by 2 raised to minus 3. Okay, we have to simplify this. So see, first of all, here power is negative, so I will make it positive. For that, what I will do, I will reverse this thing. As I told you, x upon y raised to minus m is equal to y upon x raised to m. Okay, to make the power positive, I will interchange the numerator and the denominator. So this will become 16 upon 81 raised to 3 by 4. Okay, multiplied by. Now same thing I will apply over here. First of all, I will convert all the negative exponents into the positive exponents. So this will become 9 upon 25 raised to 3 by 2 divided by 2 upon 5 raised to 3. Okay, now 16 upon 81 raised to 3 by 4. So now here you should know, see, always keep this thing in your mind. Here denominator of this exponent is 4. It means in 99.99% cases it is possible to write this base something raised to 4. Suppose you get over here 5, it means there is a possibility that base can be written as in the terms of power 5. For example, here I can write 16 and 81 as the power of 4. I can write this 2 upon 3 raised to 4. Okay, 16 is 2 raised to 4, 81 is 3 raised to 4. If you do not know these things directly, then you should know this method to find the factors. 2 8s are, then 2 4s are, then 2 2s are, and 2 1s are. So here you can see there are 4 2s. Okay, so 2 raised to 4. Similarly, 81 is 3 raised to 4. Now this 3 by 4 remains as it is, multiplied by. Similarly over here, I told you when you find the power something is like this, that means in the rational numbers, then in 99.99% cases the base can be written as the power of denominator. Here it is 2, so definitely it is possible to write 9 upon 25 in the form of power 2. This is actually 3 upon 5 raised to 2. Okay, 3 upon 5 raised to 2, and again there is a power, so this should be written as 3 upon 2, not 3 upon 2, actually 3 upon 5. 3 upon 5 raised to 2, then raised to 3 by 2. Okay, in this way. 9 by 25, I wrote 3 upon 5 square, this 3 by 2 as it is. Divide by this, simply I can write 8 upon, or let it be like that only, 2 cube upon 5 cube. Okay, again I used over here a result. That result says, or this law says, x upon y raised to m is equal to x raised to m upon y raised to m. Using this I wrote this. Now here I can apply the power law. What it says, if there is a power and again there is a power, power must be multiplied. So this will become 2 upon 3 raised to 4 multiplied by 3 upon 4 into, now this will become 3 upon 5 raised to 2 multiplied by 3 upon 2 divide by 2 cube upon 5 cube. Okay, so I hope up to this point it is clear. Now further we solve over here. Now see, this 4 and 4 I can cancel, so 2 cube upon 3. So 2 cube upon 3 cube multiplied by, okay, 2 by 3 raised to 3, that is 2 raised to 3, 3 raised to 3. Now over here again, here I can cancel this 2 and 2, so 3 raised to 3 upon 5 raised to 3, 3 raised to 3 upon 5 raised to 3. Now this divide sign I will convert into multiplication sign, so I will get here 5 raised to 3 upon 2 raised to 3. Okay, now all these terms are in multiplication, so here I can write 2 raised to 3, 3 raised to 3, 3 raised to 3, 5 raised to 3, 5 raised to 3, 2 raised to 3. So this 2 raised to 3 cancel with this will cancel with this with this. So ultimately our answer is 1. So note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now next question. In the simplification is 1 upon root 1 upon 4 plus 0.01 raised to minus 1 by 2 minus 27 raised to 2 by 3. Okay, now there are two ways to simplify this. Here it is root of 1 by 4. So there are two ways. Either we find the root of 1 and 4 and I can write directly, or if I use the exponent, so this root sign can be replaced by 1 by 2. So here it is easy to find a square root. Root 1 is 1 only and root 4 is 2. So I will write 1 by 2 plus. Now this 0.01 can be written as 1 upon 100 raised to minus 1 by 2. Okay, I just replace the 0.01 as 1 by 100. Power is as it is, minus 27. Now again we come to the point that I discussed in the first question. Here denominator is 3, denominator of the power is 3. It means it is possible, in most of the cases it is possible to write this base something raised to 3. So here 27 is actually 3 raised to 3. And this power remains as it is. Okay, now here it will remain 1 by 2. Now over here I will make this power positive, so I do write 100 raised to 1 by 2. Okay, x upon y raised to minus m is equal to y upon x. So 100 upon 1 is actually 100 only raised to 1 by 2 minus 3 raised to 3 multiplied by 2 by 3. Now here again two ways are there. See, 100 raised to 1 by 2 means root 100, and root 100 is 10. I can write directly. Or another way, that as I explain you over here, it is upon 3, so it was possible to write this in the something raised to 3. Similarly here 100 can be written as 10 raised to 2 and raised to 1 by 2 as it is, minus 3 and 3 cancel, so 3 square. Okay, so 1 by 2 plus 2 and 2 will cancel out, so 10. Okay, or if you want me to write one more step in this way, minus 9, 3 square is 9. Now let us see its further solution. Now 1 by 2 remains as it is, plus this will become 10 minus 9. Okay, so ultimately it is 1 by 2 plus 1, that is 1 integer 1 by 2. So that is my final answer. Please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now we'll see the next question. Question number 3. Again we have to simplify. 1 upon 4 raised to minus 2 minus 3, 8 raised to 2 by 3, 4 raised to 0 plus 9 upon 16 raised to minus 1 by 2. Okay, again it's very easy. First of all we'll convert this negative power into positive, so this will become 4 raised to 2 minus, now see, after 3 there is no sign. Similarly 8 raised to 2 by 3, and after this there is no sign, that means they are in multiplication, so 3 multiplied by. Now again the same thing, as the denominator is 3, definitely it is possible to write this base into something raised to 3. So here it is actually 2 raised to 3, 2 by 3. Now 4 raised to 0, there was a result that x raised to 0 is equal to 1. So using this I will write 4 raised to 0, that is 1, plus, now first of all I will change the sign of the exponent, so 16 upon 9 raised to 1 by 2. Okay, so here 4 square, that is 16 minus 3 into, now if I apply the law, so powers will be multiplied by 1, so it is same thing only. Now again, as I told you, here in the denominator it is 2, that means it is possible to write this term in the something raised to 2. So here actually it is 4 upon 3 raised to 2, and this 1 by 2 remains as it is. Next, this is 16 minus 3 multiplied by, now 3 and 3 will cancel out, I will get 2 square, plus 4 upon 3 raised to 2 into 1 by 2. Now I can cancel this 2 and 2 as well. So here I have 16 minus 3 4s are 12 plus 4 by 3. Now 16 minus 12 is 4 plus 4 by 3. So final answer is, okay, so further now I have to take LCM to add these two. So this is 4 plus 4 by 3, on adding I will get 3 over here, 12 plus 4, 16 by 3, so this is my final answer, 16 by 3. Okay, so please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, let's see the next question. Question number 4th. Okay, 64 upon 125. Okay, do one thing now, simplification. Now we'll see some different variety of question, then again we come to the this question. So next question is question number 4th. Solve for x. Now there is a different type of question. Solve for x. Question number 4th. Solve for x if 4 raised to 2x is equal to 1 upon 32. Solve for x, that means you have to find the value of x. It is given 4 raised to 2x equal to 1 upon 32, then you have to find the value of x. Now in this type of question, in general you will find the variable or x or y, whatever you say, generally in the denominator, generally in the exponent. Now to compare these two quantities, their bases must be same. If the bases are same, we can compare the exponent using this law. X raised to m is equal to x raised to n. Here bases were same, so we can say the powers will be equal. So anyhow we have to make the powers same on both sides. So here for that generally we used to find factors. Now factors of 4 are 2 into 2. So here I can write 4 as 2 square and this 2x remains as it is. Now here 1 upon 32. If you find the factors of 32 using this method, you will find that it is 2 raised to 5. Okay, now further here I can write 2 into 2 raised to 2 into 2x, and over here see, as I told you, bases must be same. On the left side base is 2, on the right side it is 1 upon 2 raised to 5. So now I can take this denominator in the numerator, and by doing so I have to change the sign of the exponent. Okay, now I can say bases on both the sides are equal. Base on the left side is 2, base on the right side is also 2. As the bases are same, now definitely I can say their powers must be equal. So here I can say therefore 4x is equal to minus 5, and hence I can say x is equal to minus 5 upon 4. So that is my final answer. Please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now next is question number 5. Square root of 3 upon 5 raised to 1 minus 2x is equal to 4 raised to 4 integer 17 upon 27. Okay, here again you have to find the value of x. Now as I told you, to here x is in the power. Whenever you find the x or the y or the unknowns in the powers, the first thing that we have to try the make their bases same. Now over here it is root, and I told you that root of x is equal to power 1 by 2. Whatever it is, suppose it is root x, so x raised to 1 by 2. If it is root 9, that is 9 raised to 1 by 2. If it is root 1 minus 2x, that means 1 minus 2x raised to 1 by 2. Okay, whatever is the inside that sign raised to 1 by 2. So here again we have to do the same thing. Here first thing that I can write 3 upon 5 raised to 1 minus 2x raised to 1 by 2, because this complete quantity is x and its root, so it's raised to 1 by 2. Over here this will become 108 plus 17, that is 125 raised upon 27. Okay, as I told you again and again, to compare or to get the value of unknown, if the unknown is in the powers, definitely you have to make the bases same. Okay, so before I move ahead, here it is 3 upon 5. Now power to the power, so these powers must be multiplied. 1 minus 2x multiplied by 1 upon 2. Okay, the powers will be multiplied. So 1 minus 2x multiplied by 1 upon 2. Now here 125 upon 27. Here it is 3 by 5. So as I told you, again I am repeating, what you have to do, you have to make the bases same. So this will become actually 5 cube and this is 3 cube. Okay, so see, here it is 3 by 5, but over here if I write this in this way, 5 upon 3 whole cube. So they are definitely not exactly the same, but they are near to each other. This is 3 by 5, this is 5 by 3. So I can convert this 5 by 3 into 3 by 5 by making a small change. What I have to do for this, see here first of all 3 by 5 raised to 1 minus 2x upon 2. Okay, 1 minus 2x upon 2, and over here it is 5 by 3. I have to make it 3 by 5. Why? So that bases become same and I can compare the powers. Now to make it 3 by 5, what I have to do, I have to change the sign of the exponent using the law x upon y raised to m is equal to y upon x raised to minus m. Okay, if it is positive, then interchange the numerator denominator, make the power negative. If it is negative, then interchange the numerator and denominator and make the power positive. So here from positive I took negative, so I interchange the numerators and the denominator. Now by doing this, actually I made the bases same. As the bases are same, now definitely I can say their powers must be equal. So 1 minus 2x upon 2 equal to minus 3. Now actually this is a question of linear equation in one variable that we finished last chapter. Okay. So here you have to find x. So 1 minus 2x is equal to minus 3 multiplied by 2. Therefore 1 minus 2x equal to minus 6. Now I need to get the value of x. So minus 2x is equal to minus 6 minus 1, that is minus 2x equal to minus 7, and hence I can say x is equal to 7 upon 2. So this is my final answer. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, so now let us see the next question. Okay, next question is square root of, question number 6, square root of 8 raised to 0 plus 2 by 3 is equal to 0.6 raised to 2 minus 3x. Okay, this time variable that is unknown, that is x, is on right hand side, but doesn't matter. The only thing that we have to do is to make the bases same so that we can compare the powers. So here first step, 8 raised to 0, 1. As I told you, x raised to 0 equal to 1. Anything raised to 0 is equal to 1. If I make this complete raised to 0, again it will be equal to 1. So 1 plus 2 by 3, its root, is equal to 0.6. Now if I remove this decimal sign, this will become 6 upon 10 raised to 2 minus 3x. Now here it will become, if I take LCM, 3 plus 2 upon 3. Now root I am changing in the power 1 by 2 is equal to 6 upon 10. I can simplify this by, I can cancel this with 2. Okay, so this will become 2 3s are, 2 5s are. 3 by 5 raised to 2 minus 3x. Over here it is 5 upon 3 raised to 1 by 2. This is 3 upon 5 raised to 2 minus 3x. So almost similar to the previous question. Here the bases are reciprocal of each other actually. Okay, so now I have to make the bases same, and for that I have to interchange this numerator and denominator, and if I do so, I have to change the sign of the exponent as well. So here I can write 3 upon 5, instead of 5 by 3 I wrote 3 upon 5 raised to minus 1 by 2, because here it is 1 by 2. As I am changing the numerator and denominator, interchanging the numerator and denominator, I will change the sign of the power. And on the right hand side I have already 3 upon 5 raised to 2 minus 3x. Now it is ready to apply that law in which bases are same. And again I am repeating, I am applying this law. If x raised to m is equal to x raised to n, then m is equal to n. Actually I am applying this particular law. So here it will become minus 1 by 2 is equal to 2 minus 3x. So as I have to find x, so I take x on this side, so 3x is equal to 2 plus 1 by 2. Okay, whenever you have to find unknown or x or variable, generally we take that variable on the left hand side and we take remaining all terms on the right hand side. So I took minus 3x over here, and I hope you also know whenever we change the side, that means whenever we take the quantity from right to left or from left to right, we always change the sign. So here it was negative, so I took it positive. Here again it is negative, when I take it on the right hand side, I took it positive. Now 3x is equal to, now here you have to add these two. For that we'll take the LCM of the denominators. So here it is 4 plus 1. So ultimately 3x is equal to 5 by 2. So final answer, x is equal to 5 upon 6. 3 will come over here. So that is my final answer. X is equal to 5 upon 6. Okay, so please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now let us see the next question. Okay, question number 7. It says 2 cube 5 raised to 0 plus 3 raised to 2x is equal to 8 integer 8 upon 27. Okay, so think for a while that how you will solve this, then I will give you its solution. Okay, so let us see how to solve it. 2 cube, that is 8, 5 raised to 0, that is 1, 3 raised to 2x remain as it is. Now, just by seeing the question, I can tell you one thing, that definitely after solving this completely, see here it is 3 raised to 2x, so the whatever numeric value we get on the right hand side definitely should be in the form of 3 raised to something, that means should be multiple of 3. Okay, so that just a observation, that is not going to help you to solve this question. Okay, now 27 into 8, 216 plus 8 upon 27. So this is 1 plus 3 raised to 2x. Okay, here 8 is there, is equal to 224 upon 27. Okay, therefore 1 plus 3 raised to 2x is equal to 224 upon 27 into 8. So when I simplify this further, here I get 1 plus 3 raised to 2x. Now when I simplify by I can cancel this by 8. Okay, or 4 2s are 8. Again I can cancel it by 2, 28. So 28 upon 27. 3 raised to 2x is equal to 28 upon 27 minus 1. 3 raised to 2x is equal to 28 minus 27 upon 27. So 3 raised to 2x is equal to 1 upon 27. Okay, see, as I told you that definitely whatever we get in the right hand side must be in the form of 3 raised to something. So this 27 is actually 3 raised to 3, but now it is in denominator. So when I take it in numerator, I will change the sign. So here 3 raised to 2x is equal to 3 raised to minus 3. Okay, therefore I can say 2x equal to minus 3, and hence x equal to minus 3 by 2. So that is my final answer. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, let us see the next question. Okay, now next question is little bit different. Question number 8. If 5 raised to if 5 raised to 2x minus 1 is equal to 25 raised to x minus 1 plus 100, then find the value of 3 raised to 1 plus x. Okay, I won't say it is absolutely different, but yes, it is little bit different. Definitely first we have to find x, but unlike the previous sum, that won't be our final answer. We have to put the value of x over here to get the value of this required expression. So let us see. It is given these two are equal. So let us see its solution. 5 raised to 2x minus 1 is equal to 25 raised to x minus 1 plus 100. Now here definitely I have to convert this. So this will become 5 raised to 2x into, I can write 5 raised to minus 1. Okay, which law I applied? See, there was a law that x raised to m minus n is equal to x raised to m upon x raised to n. Okay, or I can say there was a law x raised to m plus n is equal to x raised to m into x raised to n. So any law I can say, actually I took minus 1, so I can solve this law. Or if you want to go just according to law, so this should be here divided by 5. Okay, now over here this 25 can be written as 5 square raised to x minus 1 plus 100. Now 100 can be written as, okay, let it be 100 for a while. So here next is 5 raised to 2x upon 5 is equal to 5 raised to 2x minus 2. Okay, 5 raised to 2x minus 2 plus 100. Okay, 5 raised to 2x minus 2 plus 100. Now here again, see which law I had applied? Power law. Power to power, so they will multiply. I directly multiplied 2x minus 2. Okay, now here again I can apply that law. So this is 5 raised to 2x upon 5 is equal to 5 raised to 2x upon 5 square plus 100. Okay, anyhow I need the value of x to get the value of required expression. Okay, now see, this is 5 raised to 2x upon 5, this is 5 raised to x upon 5 square, that means 25. So next step, 5 raised to 2x upon 5 minus 5 raised to 2x upon 5 square is equal to 100. The terms containing x I took on one side, and the constant term I keep on the right hand side only. Now from these, if you are able to see, this is 5 raised to 2x, this is 5 raised to 2x upon 5 square, that is 5 into 5. So 5 raised to 2x upon 5 is actually common in these two terms, so that I am taking common 5 raised to 2x. Okay, let me take only 5 raised to 2x common. Okay, 5 raised to 2x upon 5, that I took common. Both things can be done. If I take only 5 raised to 2x common, then also it is okay. If I take 5 raised to 2x upon 5 common, then also it is okay. So I left with 1 minus 1 upon 5 is equal to 100. Now further, 5 raised to 2x upon 5 multiplied by, here LCM will be 5 minus 4, sorry 5 minus 1 is equal to 100. Okay, so now 5 raised to 2x upon 5 into 4 upon 5 is equal to 100. Okay, what we need the value of x. So I'm keeping 5 raised to 2x on the left hand side, and I will take remaining all terms on the right hand side. So here we have 100, this 5 and 5 will come in the numerator, so I'll get 100 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. Okay, 5 raised to 2x is equal to 100 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. Okay, divide by this 4. As this 4 is in numerator, so here it will come in denominator. Okay, so therefore here 5 raised to 2x is equal to 4 25s are. So actually here I got 25 into 25. Okay, or in other words I can say, see, 25 is 5 raised to 2. 5 into 5 is also 5 raised to 2. So ultimately here I got 5 raised to 4. Now again come to the same position, that is bases are same, so denominator, so exponents must be equal. So 2x is equal to 4, that is x is equal to 2. But that is not my answer, because in this question they are not asking to find the value of x. Here we have to find 3 raised to 1 upon x. So it's very simple. If I put x equal to 2, so this will become 1 plus 2, that is 3. So 3 raised to 3, that is 27 will be the answer. So here I will write now 3 raised to 1 plus x, that is 3 raised to 1 plus 2, that is 3 cube, that is equal to 27. So this is my final answer. So please note it down. Okay, so this question was little bit different. Okay, so let me explain you this once again. The basic thing was same. Ultimately I was trying to convert the left hand side and the right hand side with the same base, having same base. So here I started with 5 raised to 2x minus 1, 25 raised to x minus 1 plus 100. So first of all I wrote this 25 as 5 square, and over here I wrote 5 raised to 2x minus 1. So here actually I applied the quotient law. So here I wrote 5. Okay, and here I applied the power law. So I got 5 raised to 2x minus 2. Then here it was 5 raised to 2x. Here again it is 5 raised to 2x upon 5 square. So I took the term containing x on the same side, and on the right hand side only 100 is left. Now from this to I see here there isn't any law which has minus sign and bases like this. So now I have to take something common, which is common over here, 5 raised to 2x upon 5. After taking common I left with 1 minus 1 upon 5. Over here I took LCM and I got 4 by 5. Now here 5 raised to 2x is there. By simplifying, for that what I did, the terms which are in the denominator I took in the numerator. So this 25, 100 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5, and in denominator it is 4. Now here 25, that is 5 square, here 5 into 5, so ultimately 5 raised to 4. So now I get that thing, that means the term or the step in which bases are same, so exponents will be equal. That gave me x equal to 2. And here it was asked to find the value of 3 raised to 1 plus x. So simply I put x equal to 2, that is 3 raised to 3, which is equal to 27. So here they ask 3 raised to 1 plus x. They might ask you that find the value of 3 raised to minus x. Okay, so that is again easy. 3 raised to minus x will be 1 upon 9. Okay, so many can be asked after finding the value of x. So that is all about this lecture. Now in next lecture we'll see some more questions. Till then, bye, thank you, take care, stay at home.